What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to another episode of the Survival Craze series. Today we got a few things that we got to do. Now, last episode we worked on our ship. We got the train tracks going all the way across to our farming island. Now, we still have a thing to do with the train track. We still got to set up the other station over there. We got to kidnap an animal legally, and we got to make a train station so it can go back and forth. Now, another thing we have to do, we have to put a train track up here that will go from our base down here, or a little port, whatever it is, from there. That will go all the way up to here. That will go inside, go around, and store everything inside here in our fun little storage facility. So we have a lot of things to do today. It's going to be pretty crazy. But we also got to make an item vault for our little port over there at our farming island. Now, there was a baby zombie down over here. Hey, look, I found him. Help me! Help me! Thank you. I love protecting. He's so fun. How'd you take damage, brother? How'd you take damage? No, 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 mama, no, 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 no. You don't get to take damage. Probably suffocated a little bit when you first spawned in, but that don't hurt me. So yeah, we got a lot of things we gotta do. So we're gonna initially start with our train track. We have two over there. I just gotta transfer that one all the way to that one. And then we gotta get a fun little animal with a train schedule. Now a train schedule is 30 sheet and paper, which is actually pretty simple. I have sturdy sheets. Right, so we're gonna make our sturdy sheet first. Now we shouldn't have any monsters down here. That's good. We have 7,000 grass blocks though, because you know that's needed. All right, this should be enough. We have 245 buckets, and I'm honestly confused on how this is still filling up if none of this is going. Like none of this is active, so I don't know how we're still getting lava to flow into this, which is honestly a little bit weird because all this is full, and we have 245 blocks or buckets worth of lava. I'm lost. I got no clue. But that means I can now power this machine. Our XP is going. We can activate this one. I should go. Obviously, a little bit of lag. Nothing crazy. That's why we turn it off every now and then. But we do need some extra iron over here instead of flying over to our other base. So we will keep that going. Now, I actually got to put some upgrades in this. Otherwise, these aren't going to go. I don't have any more upgrade things. So we are going to just take some of these and fill our backpack. Because, well, we can do one more stack to fill up that top part. Perfect, there we go. Now this can keep going for a little bit. More like 10 minutes, but it'll be fine. This one needs to be in the press. Hello, Mr. Enderman. Alright, we got a sturdy sheet. I can now get some paper. Oh, we get 4 from it. That's not bad. Now I'm going to have to make it to where the track from up here will go from this straight into here. And then it will loop around and connect back up. But I have a feeling if I make it connect from the same track, so if like I bring the track up this way and I add the second piece to connect onto this, it's just going to immediately go right through that side instead of the middle, which is what we don't want. We want it to go up, through, and then back down. So we might have it to where it goes up here or up here, have it go around, go through, and then cut through or something. I don't know yet. We're going to have to try and figure that out. It's going to be a little iffy, but so we're going to go move our train track, or not a track, our storage thing. Now we actually got to get power for this, which honestly I could probably just do a water wheel. Now, the reason I think I'm lagging over there is because I have so much harvesters. And the reason why we were lagging over here is because we have like 20 different water wheels. Obviously, water wheels are going to cause a problem if there's multiple of them. Here it's just going to be one, but we're also going to be a decent enough chunk away that we won't have to worry. So we should be fine. Yeah, so over here it will go up and around. Yeah, so it's either going to go that way or this way, which honestly we may need to add a thing on both sides, or I just add something in the middle here that connects both to one. So even if it's on the wrong side, then we should still be good, which honestly may be the better thing to do just because I don't know how it's going to turn once we get to it. So that's going to be great. Do I have any leads on me? I should. I have, yeah. All right, so can I find an animal I can magically take from its home, legally take from its home? Oh, look, a pig. We will have a conductor pig. Thank you, sir. Please come on. Come on, buddy. Keep following. I gotta be careful because I can always just. This pig can die if I land too hard or if he's too high up. But if we go in the water, then he can't. I'm dangling a piggy. Get on the seat. Thank you. All right. So we got a pig up here. I should probably name you something. Do I have any more name tags? I may not, because I still gotta name another catfish. Book and Quill on Soulfire. That gives me a name tag. That is actually pretty simple. I don't know if I have a feather. Stay here, piggy. Actually, you know what? You guys get to name the pig. Whatever name, gets first in the comments will name this pig. I still need another name tag to name the catfish over there. Or another catfish, because we have Jerry. And then we gotta get, still butchering the name, Cetaceous? Arcadius something. So you guys will be able to name this pig over here. Conductor Pig, whatever you want. Conductor Jerry, Conductor Steve, whatever you choose. Go on to the pig. All right. Where's my other piece? So that will go there. This is main base one. Yep. Go over here and we'll take this one. Should be right on this corner somewhere. Okay, do I not have this thing here? I always said hold for. There's always one here. I don't know where it's placed at. Where did I put this? Alright, well, guess I don't know. I placed one somewhere. I don't know where I put it though. Oh, found it. Alright, let's head over to our farming island. Let's get the place or thing set up there. I gotta try and make it to where it goes correctly, which is left. So it's gonna go here, this way, right? Yeah, it would have to go up through this route. But we also need to figure out the good point to where it's at. So either way, we're gonna have to bring the train over. Fun. Alright, yeah, we gotta bring the train over, which means our pig is gonna get stuck somewhere. Also, what is my fuel looking like? Because I feel like I've been over about half. We are good. Alright, so what we're gonna do, we're actually gonna lock our pig up over here. Come on, piggy. I'm gonna lock you up on this real quick. I gotta move my boat back over there. Alright, departing from main base, we'll cut through, the building. No worries. Now, obviously, it's gonna go slow, so we don't have to worry about anything. Right now we're just going fast, so it's there. But it shouldn't be too bad. We got a little boat adventure. Alright, so we're back at our fun little base. I had to try and set this up to where it's correct. We're gonna ignore the boat going down. Alright, right there is our point. If I can get back to this, we're actually gonna go to sleep. I don't need phantoms anymore, so I don't need to worry about getting phantoms. We can always get those later on. Alright, so farming island. We don't need to create a new train, and we just go here. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna get our train, we're gonna back it up, and we're gonna do this. We're gonna make sure it sets correctly. We're holding space. See, we are one block short now. There we go. All right, so we'll do that to where it should be. All right, name that one Farming Island again. We'll go back up. We got a test. We'll hold space. There we go. So we'll sit here, and then we'll continue once it registers a certain amount of items have been added to the storage. We'll go back up, and it will probably be a 3 or a 4 speed. No, again, that's going to give it time for anything to come through. And if, nothing's loaded over here, then, well, nothing's going to go through. It's just going to sit over here until we load it. Unless we add the chunk loader. We're going to head back to our base, and then we're going to throw our pig back on this. We got to make an item vault so we can change that barrel. But first, we also got to fix some things that is going on underneath our farming island, because I did notice we have some straw in there, and I think it was some seeds, and we can't have those. All right, we're slowly getting back to our base. We're going to slow it down just a little bit so we can force ourselves to our train station. Perfect. We will get our lead back. Actually, I just connected it to this. Come on, piggy. Get up here. All right, so the way we got to set this, from Action 1, this will travel to station. Obviously, it's going to travel to main base. It's here. Okay. We're going to wait. We're going to make it to where it unloads everything. Item cargo condition holds less than 5. No, holds less than 1 item, basically meaning it's empty. Yeah, it would have to hold less than 1 item because that would mean it's empty. Or less than 0 items, which means it's fully empty. So hold anything less than 0 items, so basically saying it's empty, and then we will transport it, travel to station, farming island, and then it will hold until there's, let's go 1,000 items. Now, exactly 1,000 items, I would say. Now, obviously, that's going to be a lot, but that gives it time to come back and forth constantly whenever it needs. That would be good. And then, yep, loop forever. I'm going to disable that one. So when it's at main base, it holds 0, basically saying it will go to the farming island. It will hold exactly 1,000 items, which technically our item vault should be able to hold way more than 1,000, but oh well. And then it'll loop back to our main base and then repeat. Now we are going to have to hold off real quick, Mr. Pig. We got to actually make another item vault so we can put over on our other spot. Honestly, our barrel is fine because our barrels can hold. No, there's going to be like multiple stacks of things. I need a barrel. I also need a plate. Wow, I had it the entire time. I could just made one over there and I did it. I'm a genius, And I have a secondary funnel, which will be able to get everything. We're also going to need a lot more funnels because, well, we're going to need some things that can burn our items. Now we're actually going to need some buckets of lava too. So we'll just take all these. All right, we got our lava buckets. We're actually going to turn this off. Was that even going? I didn't even see if that was activating. Well, we got iron, so it's definitely activating on something. Yeah, it's going. It's going a little bit slow. Oh no, I don't have. Oh, That would make sense. I have 3,000 items. Yeah, we're just gonna shut you off. You're gonna have 3,000 alloys. I definitely can use some of those to split them into like some casings or something like that if I ever need any. So that might be something I have to do. I just gotta throw them on a belt and then funnel them or filter or tunnel them, whatever that saying is. Ow, that hurt. Hold on, Piggy. Actually, you know what? You can go. We gotta test you. Okay, what if you make it to hold less than one item? There we go. So it has to be less than one item. I definitely should have made a seat. I definitely. Why are we going this way? No, that is the right way. No, it's not. Did I just flip routes? Do I have wool on me so I can make a seat? I don't. He's going pretty quick. That's a little bit terrifying. I wish I could sit on slabs. I can't. I think he went the wrong way. No, he had to go straight. He couldn't do anything else. He had to go straight. Okay. Okay, that's messed up. Hey, come back. I'm gonna cut you off. Oh my god, get back here. You left me. Please. I should catch up here. There's a lot of turns in this. I lied. I will not catch up. I will cut him off. Is he going the right way? Gotta slowly keep an eye on him because I don't know if he will. Have to go left. Yes. Connect up. Now you're gonna sit here until there's 1,000 items equally in that. I am so laggy. Wait, there was items in this and it was connected. It wasn't even going. Uh-oh. Yeah, see, we need to get rid of seeds. We need to get rid of straw, everything like that. Let me get it. Thank you. Don't need those. Yeah, there was nothing that was going in. There's 26 sugarcane. There should be stuff coming out, right? That's what I tested and it worked. Why are you not going? It's so laggy over here, dude. I gotta do that. Huh? Don't go anywhere, piggy. An item menu. Why are you not going? Brother. What? How are you not going through? You were. Why are you not connecting? I tested you and you worked. A pig still up there? Yeah, okay. Had to make sure. Oh, pig is special, man. Why is it not working now? You were considered as peas, but you're not like functioning. I need to go sleep. It's nighttime. And it's ungodly laggy over because I have so many harvesters. Why do you not have anything? And I can't break it because it's not considered a thing anymore. I think I broke it. Wait, there it goes. No, there's nothing in here. Do I gotta add like a barrel on this side so it can go into this? I think there has to be a belt for it to like pull things out of. So I think I have to have a belt on here, which means I have to have a power source on here, which I don't know how that would work because I don't have a way to, if I do like a water wheel, I can't have water up here. As you can see, I already have water in here. Let me try this. Yeah, so I think I have to have something out here that can pull, the items out of, which is gonna be pretty impossible because I don't have a way for, like a water wheel or something up here. I might be able to connect power from that to this. I don't know if that's possible though. Is there a thing on here where I can make it disassemble the train and then reassemble the train? No, I cannot. What a sad disappointment. Okay. Hold on, we're gonna test that out. Let me re-enable our boat. Connects up. I definitely think I need to make it to where I can pull something out. How can I do that on a ship? Oh, hello, pig. How would you get on here? Probably jumps from there to there. Would think a funnel being able to, push something out would work, but I guess not. Let me disassemble our fun little train boat. I just gotta make it to where I have a thing here. Alright, so we might have our item vault down here because we'll have it to where we'll have like a barrel or something. I don't know, but I gotta make it to where it can come back out. That's the difficult part is I can't have it to where it can come back out because it means I'm gonna have to flip storage, which is not gonna work. I'm having problems. All right, so I got the thing up there working now. Finally, we're down here. We're gonna try and get all like the little pieces that aren't good. So like the poisonous potatoes, the seeds, everything like that. We're gonna try and get rid of those. So this one's potato. So we need poisonous potatoes and carrots are fine. So I just need one poisonous potato to come through. That's it. Or do I have one? I thought I had one. I probably threw it out because well, I don't need it. All right, well, guess I'll sit here and wait for a poisonous potato to come through. Nope, your normal potatoes. How sad for a carrot. Actually, something I could do, I could just the belt real quick. Alright, so I could take this, that. I could basically just throw everything out here. Give me everything. Okay. Let's go under real quick. Let's try and get everything set. Surprisingly, there was no poisonous potatoes in that, which is very confusing. Well, guess I actually gotta wait for a poisonous potato to come through. This may take a little bit. Alright, well, I've been sitting here for about 5 minutes, and so far no poisonous potato came through. So, what we're gonna do, we're gonna get the seed or the straw. Should be this one. Yeah, which is here, which means it's not going fast enough or it's going too fast. Probably means I can slow this down a little bit. Do 160. Yeah, that should be fast enough. See, it just went through and it goes right in here, which is what it should do. Then we have lava here. That would just burn all those items. Yeah, what farms do I have actually? I can't remember. So this one is carrots. Carrots don't do anything other than just produce carrots. Wheat produces straws and seeds, which we don't need seeds. Tomatoes produce tomatoes, which also give rotten tomatoes though. So we have to go and get those. I don't know how the rotten tomatoes form. Like if they can just spawn like normal, yes, like normal potatoes. Wow, can't speak still. Yeah, so we would need a rotten tomato, but I can't do that because I don't have an item filter or an attribute filter or whatever. I could make one, but really just doing that for one thing is kind of wasteful, to be honest. I've probably done already a lot of things that are wasteful, but oh well. That's tomatoes. This will be, what's this one? This is onions. Onions don't do anything other than onion, whatever the heck I'm saying. I really don't have anything other than flax. I mean, they do flax seeds. I just gotta find where the flax are. Oh, way back here. Did this one? No, it's the one to the right. I do need seeds right now for flax, but later on we won't. So we will have to come back down to try and get more seeds and stuff. But right now, I'm not too worried about it. I just want to try and get everything working, and then later on we can always come back and refix what we know. We're gonna go sleep, and then we're gonna go back to the farms and try and plant whatever we can that we have. All right, so we're gonna put this up. We're gonna put that into that one, and then we're gonna unload everything here. This should auto. Yep, there we go. See? Oh, there is a poisonous potato in there. Now I'm gonna need those seeds. All right. Well, we just gotta wait for the 1,000 item limit to hit or connect. Did I give him the train schedule? I think I did, because otherwise we wouldn't be sitting. Or I did not. All right. So once it registers 1,000 items, it should transport back to our main base. Hopefully. Thing is, we just gotta wait for everything. Actually, you know what? Something I could do instead of 1,000, we could do 500 or 2,000. Dang. Technically, we're at 5. Okay, so actually we're gonna reset this. So it will leave from the main base. It will then wait for it to hold, or it would hold less than 500 items. Actually, no, it has to hold less than one item. So once it holds less than one item, it will leave. On this train schedule is annoying. It's conversion me. It's conversion me. Right, you know what? We'll just do it as for here. So it will travel to the main base. So lost. Do I make it this base or that base? Okay, so travel to station, travel to the main base, and then it would drop off. I'm like so lost on how I can get this to go. I mean, if this is our main spot, it would travel to the main base. It would drop off to the main base. Make sure it has less than one item. If it has less than one item, it would go to the farming island where it will make sure it has more than 500 items. We're gonna set the max speed. We're gonna do this at 30%. So set it to 30%. It will go to the main base, or if it has less than an item or less than one item, it'll go to the farming island. It will then go to the farming island, make sure it has more than 500 items, and then the farming island will go back, will reset to 30%. It'll go back to the main base, drop off to less than item. It should come back, hopefully. And we definitely have more than 500 because we're at like maybe 6 right now. Yep, see, there we go. All right, so it's going. That is 30%, which is good. Why is there an iron golem up here? What? What are you doing? Why are you so far away, brother? You watching the ship on its daily routine of its new travel or whatever it is? Why are you over here? Why is there a cat over here? There's a village there, but like you're so far away, dude. I don't know why. Trying to make sure it actually gets to my base. I'm gonna sleep real quick. I see my boat coming in. Kind of cool seeing it, go through. We're gonna ignore that part where it goes down, but it's going. We're gonna jump on our boat. If it's the very sharp turns, that's when it's gonna kick me off because it can't fully like turn slow enough. So we shouldn't fly off. We should go up here and it should connect. We should turn right. There we go. Should connect all that until it has less than one item. Obviously that's not going, so it's gonna sit here until it does. So we gotta get power. So everything going to that. Those are all connected. I just got to get a water wheel that can go under, which I should have one. So that's going. That's not the right way though, which means we got to swap this. Now it is going pretty slow, but as long as it gets the items, it should be fine. I would like it to go faster though. It should go till it has less than one item. That squid is dead. Okay, that's not what I was thinking. When it has less than one item, we got to see if it will travel back. Should be pretty close. Then 9 more. Yep, so it should travel back now. Perfect. Why do you go this way? I'm so confused on why it goes that way and goes up and around. Why not just go like? I mean, I know it goes left because it's closer on this side, which is fine. But I'm so confused on why this pig does this. It works though. I'm okay with that. I don't know if it's gonna go on its own. It's gone. Let's see if it's actually still moving. Yeah, it is. Okay. I guess it is. It should still move. I mean, it's gonna probably cause lag and issues, but oh well, I guess. I'm already lagging as it is. But now we gotta set up our train station from down here. Now, I need to do it as narrow train tracks instead of the big base train tracks. Now, how do I make narrow tracks? Slab, cut, nugget, press. Okay. Now, actually, I can't use the saw in here, otherwise it's just gonna throw it into the lava, which is not good. I forgot I still have iron ingots in this instead of nuggets. But see, it also just throws them out. It doesn't actually like do anything, it just throws them, which is not good. So we still lose some. It's not a lot, but we're still losing material because of the lava, which is not good. I want to try and keep all the material I can. All right, we'll throw it in deployer. That should all be good. And then we need a press. There we go. We have, oh, we're gonna need a lot more. I thought this would give like maybe 5, 10 per each one. Nope, it gives one. But see, we turned 30 into 22. Technically, we should have 30. So all that lava, most of that stuff went into the lava, which sucks. Yeah, so we need more, which means I got to try and figure out how I can make it to where they don't fall into the lava, which means we got to jump back here and do a little bit of experimentation, because I can't do it like that because it's not going to do anything. I could do that. That's not going to do anything either. Ouchie, my legs. Now that should make it, because that's on the inside. Yeah, that should make it to where it doesn't go up. Oh, we got to get that piece down there. Hold on. There we go. So that should make it to where we don't have any slabs or anything flying out. So we have 31. We should have 31. Now we actually only have 20, which means there are some. Yep, see, they're out here now. Yeah, see, we're at 21, which is not good. So they're jumping out somewhere, and it's not helping. So, I mean, the saw, we're going to lose a good chunk, which does suck because I don't want to try and lose anything, but I guess I don't get a choice. You see, there's already one in the deployer. I didn't even add one to the deployer. The deployer works, which is fine. The saw does not. So I gotta try and figure out how I can fix that without destroying the machine. Actually, I'm thinking about, did I use narrow tracks or did I use base tracks? Oh, I use base tracks. Oh, well. Actually, narrow tracks would probably be better because I don't need that big of a train. I mean, really, I don't need that big of a train either. I just gotta keep it in the width of the tracks. We just gotta add an idle wall to it. We don't need to design it, but I don't know why that doesn't work. All right, we're gonna have to go back one. Actually, no, I think I did use narrow tracks because it wasn't gonna go. Yeah, see, it will go through. But if I do a narrow track, yeah, see, that's why I did it. It's because the narrow track actually made it function. Yeah, so I use narrow tracks instead of the main track. Ooh, man. Let's go to sleep because I don't want to deal with creepers. I also got to light it up down here. Yeah, so we definitely need a lot more tracks. Oh, man. Now, I probably don't need two. I could probably just do one, but two would probably make it flow out faster, which is what I want. All right, let's see what we turned 16 into. And I can tell we already lost some. Actually, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna just throw all those in there. That would just auto go on its own. See, they're falling out. Yeah, they just fall out because they're going way too quick. How can I make it to where they don't fly out? Now, it drops and it goes straight down here, which, I mean, yeah, so all these do, they just drop down and go right in front of that. I don't know how I can get it to where it just stops here. Yeah, see, we have more in here, which means that barrel is full, which means this goes pretty slow. Hold on. So if I do little fan, wrong way, whoopsie. If I do fan, I'll push it this way, which is decent. Let me collect this lava real quick before I just start burning and suffering. Where's my buckets? Brother, no bucket? Okay, I did have a bucket. So something I should be able to do if I just add a funnel here, go through, we'll just do that. Do I got another slab on me? Don't, but I can make one. See, it just auto rotates through it, which is not helping. All right, so that will go here. I'll go onto that, which then, what if I just, all right, so all that will go in, and then we'll get a barrel over here. Ow, that was terrifying. We'll put another hopper here, and then we'll put a, ouchie. I'll get rid of this because really I don't need anything here. This will be lava. I'll do that. That would drop the item onto the ground, and then it should just push it through. I do have a hopper. So I'll go into that one, which dropped from this. Actually, this has to be the saw. Ouchie. That hurt. Come on! They put it there because Well, that needs power. I'm starting to lose it because I don't have a way for it to power then. Unless, I mean, we won't really be able to walk back here at all, but no, that doesn't power it. Mine. Alright, so do I have a gearbox? I don't think I do. No, I don't. How sad. What disappointment. If I do a gearbox, I can have it to where a shaft comes over here, right about here. And then I could do a cogwheel that just goes straight to that, which is fine. Yeah, so that, and then that would do a gearbox or a shaft all the way down, which means we can actually enter from this other side. Cool, nighttime. And we need a vertical gearbox. I don't have any gearboxes on me, but I should have andesite casing. All right, well, I don't have any casings. I guess we'll make one. There we go. That goes, that goes. And now we got to go on this side to make sure our wheel is spinning the correct way. Actually, it should be either way. It just flows right over. That's horrible. It just flew right over. Okay, so we need to put something here, which means the roof's going to look pretty weird, but there we go. Let me put a slab in here. There's constant looping. So it doesn't go with that. For some reason, it won't go through a funnel, really. I don't know why it wouldn't. It's technically, see, it's just going to constantly keep doing this. And that's something I can't. If I do a hopper, yep, that will go into the hopper after it cycled twice. Which the hoppers are slow. It's not going to do anything if you're trying to get a large set. Yeah, I guess we'll just reset this. Now, if I just put a slab, cool. I don't know what I just made wooden supports. I didn't know that was possible, but all right then. All right, so I may have fixed it. I may have just had to swap the trapdoors into actual like bricks or items just so they're there. Hopefully it works. If not, we're just gonna have to keep it. We're gonna keep losing material every now and then. But oh well. I sat there for like 15 minutes trying to figure that out. I get all the stuff. So I just flooded everything else. All right, well, it's time to sit here and get all this, which should be pretty simple, hopefully. If not, we're going to be sitting here for a while because I have so much. And we're out of nuggets, which means I got to make more. There we go. We just let those run through. All right, so we got our train tracks done. That is good. That did take quite a while because I had to fix that stupid little issue in the back. But we can now get our tracks set. Yeah, so I probably only need one, but oh well, if I have two, it's going to unload quicker, which is it's fine. I just need it to make it to where it can unload correctly. Now, how do I want this to go? Do I want it to where the track comes up through the middle and goes through? Or do I just have it as close to the wall as I can? So if I do it as close to the wall as I can, it's going to try and enter through here, which is what I don't want. So I am going to have to try and do some Nixie tube testing. I don't know how these work. I need it to work with a train. Now there is a train signal, which I can do for this and use the Nixie tubes to make the signal more visible. That I don't care for. So yeah, that'll make it to where that will connect to that one. This one will connect to that one, meaning it won't try and connect to a different side, right? Okay, that part's just useless. I don't know how I can get that. Because we may have it just go this way and just have it go down the hill, and then we'll have it just connect up to that, which should be fine. I just gotta, and then once we're in here, we gotta try and build a loop. So once it goes through, we could just loop around and connect back. There's gonna be a little testing, a little trial and error. We do that, and we do this. Now we'll connect onto that one, and then we could just connect it here, which means we gotta cut some of this out. Which I'll be honest, will probably be easier if I do like the wedges to make it look like it's connecting to the track. Like if I put a wedge here, make it, flush with that. That will probably be better. We are gonna need more train tracks, which is gonna be a pain because those cause so much problems. I actually need a train station. I should have two, unless I got rid of them. Nope, I do. That'll go through here, go right there, and then we'll just have it set right there. Storage facility. We'll create a new train just so it will go here. That will go down. Then we'll go around. Now, technically, when it comes back around, and yes, this one's going to be automated also. We're not going to be manually controlling this because that would be kind of painful. It will come down. Now, the track is facing that way. Actually, so arrow's facing that way. I'll go to that. Train will come out. It'll go out this way, which then we are going to need another port area for our train to come from our lumber yard, our mining yard, and our fishing yard. So we are going to need a little building over here that is our train depot where this train could come in, collect everything, and then collect more over there to come back up to input. So yeah, we'll have to make a building and we'll have to put it over here, which is probably what I'm going to work on the offline. Now, obviously, it doesn't need to be that big of a building. It just needs to be big enough to where it can hold 3 trains. Now, I'm probably just going to throw all the materials from the mining into one cart I'm gonna throw everything from the lumber into one cart and everything from fishing into one cart. And then all those trains, those will each have a train track, so that will go around. I'll connect onto this. Same thing over here. We'll connect onto this. We'll probably add a bridge here. We'll have it just, connect up here and just go around. And then same thing for this. This will probably just cut around this edge and connect into it. Those three tracks will line up into one track, obviously stopping if another train is on there. And that will unload everything. That will go out, go around, and go back to its track that it, which is kind of a pain, but it should work because they'll come out here, they'll go, and then I may make it to where the mining will go up here. We'll have a bridge that goes from up here down here, and it will connect over this. But yeah, connect from a bridge here to here. We'll have a bridge that goes here to here to connect from there to there. And that'll go up and around, connect. And I could probably use the same thing to loop back, same thing like that. So, oh no, yeah, we'll have to try and figure that out. We still got to get more rails for this, which is probably what we're going to do in the next episode. I do want to have some things for next episode, but also, where is, let's check up on our boat to see if it's actually still going or if it's stopped past here, because we didn't go all the way. We got to make sure it's still on its way. Obviously, it's not going to be collecting anything because we're not over there. Farming can't happen. Yep, our boat's over here. Obviously, nothing's going to be running because, well, we're not over here, which is why I need a chunk loader, or probably 20 chunk loaders. Yeah, it only has 6 sugarcane, which means it's going to be sitting here for a while. Yeah, we definitely need chunk loaders. That's what we need. Now, I don't know if the chunk loader only activates for one simple chunk or if this can activate for multiple chunks. Because if it does multiple chunks, then that'll be fine. But if it only does one, we're going to need, I think, maybe 30 of them. I think that's how big. Actually, let's do this. Because each one of these are a chunk, which means now I could probably just have one on each one. But as you can see, we're in different chunks for each one. So right side would need 3, left side would also need 3. So we would need 6 right there. Power. We're going to need 6 here. The reason I keep going back here is because our lava pool is under this. So we would need 6 here. We need 6 here. 2, 2 maybe 3. This would need 6. This would need 6. This would also need 4. Or this would need 2 because this side can power both. This would need 9. That would need 2. So yeah, we're going to need quite a lot of chunk loaders, which is kind of crazy because that means I need a lot of beacons. So we're going to end today's video here though. Got some things done. We got, our boat done. That transports everything. We just have to go back and try and fix some things over there. We got our tracks going or started. We just got to finish them up. Then we got to build another, little building over there for our port depot, whatever it is. But with that being said, thank you guys so much for watching. I do appreciate it. I do have a second channel in the description, so if you do want to check that out, you can. All it is pretty much just a whole bunch of different variety stuff, different, games, different, basically just a whole bunch of variety. That's all it is. Also, I've started streaming recently on Twitch, or yeah, on Twitch. We are going to plan on doing some multi-streaming too, so Twitch, YouTube, Kick, TikTok, pretty well everywhere. So if you do want to check those out, Twitch is also in the description. If you want to do Kick or anything like that, same username. Haven't started on Kick yet, but we are planning on that. I'm still trying to get everything set up, so it is taking a little bit of time. All the alerts, everything like that, chat, whole bunch of stuff. But with that being said, thank you guys so much for watching. I do appreciate it. I'll see you guys later. Bye.